Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. My name is Al Hassan Shinshab, 26 years old, from the region of Tata. Former Corps Africa Maroc volunteer in High Atlas Mountains and Zadn Valley. Currently I'm working as a manager assistant in coffee shop here in Doha in Qatar. In this video I'm going to share with you my previous experience with Corps Africa Maroc in High Atlas Mountains. Mainly I'm going to talk about some of the difficulties that I have been through during my service in the village, the things that I have learned, and try to end up with some positive notes, or you can say pieces of advice for all of you as new volunteers. So when it comes to the difficulties, you have to bear in mind that during your service you might have some troubles, some difficulties, some issues, either with people of your community, either with the place itself, the weather. So you have to expect that. And for me, during the first days, like one of the major problems that I used to suffer from was water. Yes, I didn't have access to water because the house that I used to live in is still new, provided by my host family, and the only thing, the place where can I get water was the mosque. Luckily it was near to me, only 2 minutes. So I have to deal with this. I was suffering almost for 1 week. Yes, 1 week. Till my host family helped me to have access to water. But still, yeah, it's a big problem, I know, but what to do? I have to deal with that. So every time I have to go to the mosque to get water, always with my 2 bottles, empty bottles of water. I have to go there twice, 3 times a day, because it's water, it's very essential. And I still remember during that week, once I took a shower in the mosque. Yes. Why? Because of another major problem, which is the toilet. I didn't have a toilet for 1 week, unfortunately. It was hard, I swear. It was so hard for me, because those things are so essential to our daily life, and I don't know, I was the only one who didn't have access to water for that week, and also the toilet. All the people in the village, they have access to water, and for sure they have all the toilets. So I was not expecting that. Okay, I was expecting that when I go direct to the village, I will live with my host family in their house, enjoy the time with them, share their food, their culture, and get to know them more and more. But I was a bit disappointed, because as soon as I go there to the village, immediately my host family, they told me that unfortunately you are not going to live with us at the house that we are living in. So they separate me, and I understand that for the reason that the village that I used to serve in was the people there were so conservative. Yes, religiously they are so conservative, so it's fine, I can understand that, So in addition to no access for water for a whole week, no toilet, there's also lack of communication at the beginning between me and my community. The reason was not language. I can speak their mother tongue, they can understand me, I can understand them, both of us speak Tajlid. But the problem was there were few people only in the village. When I go out, I cannot see people like around, walking. I don't know what they are doing the whole day. Later on I found out that they are only few, so the only chance I have to meet them is either when I go to the mosque or when I go to the farming fields where they do their daily activities. Why also there is lack of communication? Because at the beginning they don't have any idea about Corps Africa or what is volunteerism, or what I am doing there, what's my role, nothing. They just, all what they know, that someone will come and help them to do something, project, which is something normally we shouldn't promise the people. Like, I will be there with you, but I may do something for you, I may not do something. So at the beginning there was lack of communication, so I have to explain what is Corps Africa, what I'm doing here, how many days or how many months I will stay here, and what do I need. So at the beginning it was a little bit difficult. In addition to this, there was another problem, which is the internet. I didn't have the access to the internet while I was there in the village. The only chance was when I go to the local market in Asni once a week. So when I go to there to get my grocery, that's the only chance where I can have access to the internet. In order to do that, you have to wake up 7 a.m. in the morning, so that you can go to the nearest village to me, another hour of hiking in the mountains to get the transportation. Otherwise, if you miss that one, you have to add 2 more additional hours to get taxi. Imagine that. At the beginning it was so hard. I mean, working in the morning, 7 a.m, having a breakfast, walking for 1 hour or sometimes 3 hours if I missed the transportation in case I was late. 3 hours of hiking just to get a taxi. Imagine that. But that's not all. I mean, yeah, there is difficulties. I've suffered from a lot of stuff there, but still I have also learned a lot of good things. And one of the most beautiful things that I have learned from all those difficulties that I used to suffer from was appreciation. I started to learn how to appreciate the things I used to have, starting from basic things, even water, clothes that you have, shoes, internet, everything that you have, you started to appreciate and give it a value. Because when we are there, you know, get to know how the people live, the things they need, the things they don't have. So since that time, since that moment until now, whenever I saw something, no matter how small is it, I appreciate it in my life. No matter how small is it, I appreciate it. In addition to this, one of the things also that I have learned was trying not to judge people no matter what. No matter what happened, I try always to avoid judging people, because you never know what's going on. There is always something that is missing. Everyone has his own story. So I tried only to observe and listen. I tried to observe and listen, then keep my opinion about them to myself. Because by the time that I get to know them well, I realized that most of the ideas, or all the ideas, the thoughts that I have about my community, it was wrong. So I was trying to be neutral as much as I can, which is good. Then you will find yourself, when you are neutral, that's the best thing you can do. So here's my pieces of advice for you. The most important things, okay, during your service there, is try to enjoy what you are doing. Istemtعوا استمتعوا وتمتعوا وأمتعوا. I swear you will never regret that, because when you started feeling yourself with that kind of joyness, of happiness, smiling, for me it's those things. When you started practicing such things, you started also attracting them to your side. So try to enjoy your service, okay? Things at the beginning will be hard, but later on you will enjoy it, I swear. Enjoy no matter what happens. Try always to enjoy. During your service there in the village, you have to pay sometimes attention to the things that you are doing. You know, people in the village, it's not the same like in the city. So as you know, you have sometimes some of the people there are so conservative, so you have to wear something for ladies, like decent, not as they used to, so they have to pay attention for this. For the men, for the gentlemen, you have to try to. So most of the time I'm trying to be neutral. That's the best thing one can do. So above all, I was always trying to enjoy the things that I was doing. I still remember one of our super volunteers, Abdelaziz Nujum, he used always to tell us استمتعوا between brackets, استمتعوا وتمتعوا وامتعوا. So the more you enjoy the things that you are doing, the less you will pay attention to the troubles or the issues that you are encountering during the service. So always try to enjoy what you are doing. And here's pieces of advice for you during your service there in the village. As you know, people they are a bit conservative, the same like in the cities. So for the men, for the gentlemen, try to avoid shaking hands with the ladies, no matter what, unless like it was the first the initiative came from them. But as much as you can, try to avoid doing this. For the ladies also, try to wear something decent. You know, it's not like in cities. You will go there, you will see how the way your community dress, so you have to integrate with them. Try to wear, if you can, the same things the way they wear. So try to integrate. That will help you a lot. What else? Yeah, you have to show some respect. Of course, it's very necessary if you want to gain the trust of your community. You have to respect them, to respect the things they do, to respect their traditions, their culture. That will help you a lot for the integration, the first steps for your integration. And yeah, one more thing, you have to lower your expectations, because when you are there you may expect a lot of things, either from Corps Africa or from your community. So you have to lower expectations, otherwise you will get disappointed. One of the most one of the small things that we used to complain about it, which is small issues only, like the stipends. For example, you have your monthly stipends. You are supposed to get it every month at the end of the month. So sometimes there might be some delays. Maybe you will get it after 4 or 5 days. So you have to know how to manage the budget. That stipend that you are getting every month, you have to know how to manage it. It's more than enough for you to have the basic needs that you need there in the village, or the things that you will use. So you have to know how to manage it. Otherwise, before the end of the month, you will complain, you will ask your friends to borrow some money, which is again not good. So you have already your step and try to manage it. One more thing, try not to give promises to the people in your village that you will make or you will do projects from them. Okay, never ever promise them. Try your best, do your best, but never give them promises that you will do a project, because you never know what will happen at the end. Well, I guess I'm sure that's not all, but I wish I'm there, you face to face, sitting around table, discussing this in more details. But this is all what can I do for you through this small video. Please, if you have any concerns, any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Mr. Wali Hassan will give you my contact number. You can contact me anytime. I will be available all the time. So, wishing you all the best in your service, in your life. Enjoy what you are doing. Peace and love. At the end, I would like to thank Corps Africa for this opportunity again to share my experience with these new volunteers, and wishing you all the best. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Take care.